Alright, here we are working on, what do we have here today?
Oh god. Alright, well, it's a Peugeot for one, so as soon as it gets searched, everyone's going to be like, oh my god, a Peugeot, I didn't know those existed anymore. It's a 1989 Peugeot 505 STX V6, which means top of the line, ma! They're getting old and sad finally. Ready to watch me fumble fuck around trying to get this axle?
Here we are under the vehicle.
Yes.
Shiny new parts.
Well, shiny refurbished parts. And no, I did not blow this up drifting it, if anyone wants to know that. I didn't. It just leaked a lot, and I resealed it. But new, and then the transmission leaked a lot too, so I resealed that too.
But can you drift a Peugeot?
Yes, you can. It's a torsion differential. It's LSD. You definitely can drift it. Matter of fact, I've done it before. Not this one, though.
Was it in the ice and snow?
Nope, I can do it on the street.
So new axles are going in, or refurbished axles.
No, it's the same axles.
Okay, same axles into the refurbished differential.
Ooh. And I just pinched my fucking hand really bad. There we go.
Alright, here we are back on the Peugeot. Tell me, why does your differential have an earth strap?
Because that's for shielding for the anti-lock braking system. So it doesn't see noise, noise resistance or
are these
interference.
Are these for anti-lock brakes up here? Are these sensors that I'm having a hard time focus on?
And no, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay, so
it would work if I fixed it. And the reason it doesn't work is because one of those sensors is bad and you can't pull codes on this whole thing. You have to use a pinout box, and I don't have one. I'd have to make one. And I have not decided, I've opted not to deal with that yet. Because it would require me to make a big fancy box that every single sensor plugs into, and then I run power to it. And then spin every single wheel and see if a little tone wheel registers the sensor, and it's a pain in the ass.
So this doesn't use OBD1?
No, it does not. It actually doesn't even have, there is no physical way to pull codes on it because
that's weird.
It's a Tevis Mark II brake system, and when it came out in 1987, it was one of the first anti-lock brake systems ever to be designed and mass-produced, put in cars. So because it's so old and so hard to get parts for, when it fucks up, you basically can't ever fix it. Most brake systems, anti-lock brake systems, have like a bunch of different solenoids and a bunch of different sensors going to those solenoids. And when it sees a wheel lock up, it releases the brake pressure going to that particular wheel. And most brake systems also have like a booster where it uses a vacuum from the car, or the engine vacuum, to produce brake pressure. This uses none of that. It has an electric brake pump, so this doesn't even have to have an engine in the car to have brake pressure. It just has to have the key on. But when it fails, and they always do, then you have no brakes at all. And I've already had this one fail. So this is on its third brake pump. And they're really hard to get parts for.
There's no way to change that, upgrade it to something
you can.
Less deadly.
I can upgrade it with something that's not ABS. I'd have to take the whole master and everything out and put in a regular 1986 and older brake system. And that would get rid of it. People are going to be like, no, you can do it this way. No, don't need to deal with a pinout box, blah, blah, blah. Because they have no idea how shitty this brake system is. One side's in there. Unfortunately, it's like impossible to, when these rotors have to be turned, you have to put them on a machine and turn them on a machine. You can't
do them on the car.
You have to do them on the car. You can't just take them off the car. It's not that easy. So, my grease done. See, these unfortunately are the type of they're the type of parking brake where It pulls on a cable that pulls on the caliper, like there's a little gear inside the caliper, and it closes the brake pads onto the disc. Well, when you tighten the brakes too much, like the previous owner did, you can't fucking put the caliper back on. And you need a special tool to be able to turn these calipers in. So,
Special tool in which you do not have.
no, but I can go rent it if
Yeah.
we need to. You know what you could do? You could change my fuel filter.
I could.
Do you like taking a gas bath? Because you're gonna take one.
I've done it before.
You've never changed a fuel filter on a French car, have you?
No.
It ain't gonna be fun. You're not gonna enjoy it. Okay.
Synopsis. What's going on?
Nick can't install a fuel filter correctly, and so it's leaking. And
We're having issues with the copper washer sealing.
because it's French. That's also where the fuel filter is.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see here. Okay, let's see if I can do this a little nicer this time. This is the part that's going to be pain in the arse.
Oh, I forgot to detail that. You're slacking.
Yeah, I just forget to, well, I'm not too concerned with it.
That's why you need a blast cabinet.
I have one. Here's the problem.
Where?
It's in the backyard. You didn't know we had a blast cabinet?
No.
Yeah, we're getting a parts washer too.
Well, that would have been helpful information.
Well,
Like
maybe we
years
should
ago.
have asked, huh?
I figured since you never blast anything,
No,
like
blast-
that splash shield right there,
Want to know why I can't splash this splash shit smarty?
because you can't take the axle out all the way?
Exactly. Because the fucking tone gear hits this ring right here, so you can't take the axle all the way out. The only way to take an axle out of one of these cars is to take this nut off, and then get a puller, and pull this hub out of the bearing. And you need a fucking French puller. Because this is 140 on 4, so nobody has an adapter plate that fits this. Because this car sucks in its own way.
Couldn't you change the bolt pattern to something like BMW 4-lug or something?
Well, what a lot of people do is they run an adapter. They have an adapter made, and they just run an adapter. It's the new way to do stuff now.
Yeah, you could run adapters.
Yeah, that's what most people do. Okay. Twist a little bit here. Oh, you bitch, come on. Okay. Almost in there. Can I put too much paint on it like an idiot? And this needs to turn. Get it into the socket, so. Yes. Fine. Better, much better now than it was 10 minutes ago. Ah, come on. There we go.
Custom made tool for the Peugeot
Yeah, this is only like the third one because I keep losing them.
drain plug on the
Yep.
rear end. That's what was just going on.
Ah, yep.
It'd be custom made
Everything on this car has to be custom of some kind.
because even the drain plugs
Aren't normal.
aren't normal.
That's true. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't do what I'm doing.
Don't make your own tools.
No, don't put a wrench on it like I just did and did that.
Don't buy a
You shouldn't
Peugeot.
have to tighten it that much.
Well, I like it snug.
You shouldn't have to tighten it with a wrench like that, Tony. That's brass anyhow.
This thing, it won't sit. I can try, but it won't.